5 top reasons why couples fight. Hi friends, welcome to Marriage Realities, a comprehensive relationship channel. Today's video will be talking about the stunning reasons why couples fight. When you have differences of opinion with your spouse, your voice might turn high-pitched. Your high-pitched voice just shows that you're arguing with your spouse. But when the atmosphere between you turns chaotic with each yelling at each other, it just means both are fighting intensely about some relationship issues. This sort of a scenario happens in many marriages. Fights and arguments between couples cannot be avoided in any marriage, however compatible they might be. But when your fights are continuous and vehement, the survival ratio of your marriage is rather slim. Why do you fight with your spouse? When two persons from diversified family background live together, it's only natural you find certain aspects of your spouse exasperating and annoying to you. When you're adjusting and adapting to the faults of your spouse, your fights do not create any ripples in your relationship. But when you make much ado about the behavior of your spouse, you become so keyed up that you do not mince words to drive home the point that you find him or her completely disliking to you. It is indeed sad that the causes for your fights and arguments with your spouse is mostly for feeble reasons. Shall we now analyze in detail about the astonishing reasons couples fight? The number one reason why couples fight is regarding money. Money tops the reason why couples fight bitterly between themselves. Though both earn tons of money, you do not feel satisfied about the financial status of your family. You have such clashing views about dealing with money with your spouse that you argue bitterly about it. When you are exact opposite to the attitude of your spouse in money matters, the way he or she handles the finances of your family makes your hackles rise in anger. If you like saving money, the spending of your spouse makes you feel that he or she is a spendthrift. On the flip side, when you like spending money, the money-conscious behavior of your spouse makes you feel that he or she is miserly, that you are unable to enjoy your life. The mentality of a husband will be entirely different from his wife as far as dealing with money is concerned. In most marriages, husband feels that his wife knows nothing about money investments. And in most marriages, wife rightfully feels that she should have a voice in the way money is invested and saved. When there's no mutual discussion between you about the ways to deal with money, your arguments will continue forever. Yet another grave reason you argue with your spouse regarding money is about sharing of mutual families' financial commitments. You often fight heatedly with your spouse about who should bear the expenditure of certain important financial dealings in your family life. Most of you have the wrong attitude of feeling that the money earned by you is completely yours and that your spouse is fleecing you of it. It is very true that your money is hard-earned and that you have every right to have a say in it. But you must also understand that while the money might be yours, the financial problems you face in your family are mutual and should be faced by both. When you and your spouse discuss your family problems and share your family's financial commitment mutually, it will prevent needless fights about money cropping up between you. The number two reason you fight with your spouse is strangely about your children. Your children give you immense happiness, but it is a bitter truth that they also cause bitter fights between you. In most marriages, wife wants to bring up the children the way she likes as she feels she has more right to do so. Contrastingly, husband also feels that he has every right towards his children. Your conflicting views about your children make you fight like cats and dogs in front of them. It is funny that in most marriages you also fight about who should make your children get ready for school. The morning scenario between you and your spouse is mostly noisy with hot words exchanged as both are in a hurry for your work. But often your children act as a speed breaker to your tight schedule and so you fight with your spouse as though he or she was the reason behind it. Why can't you get the children ready as I have other work to do? Such hot words are common to hear among modern working couples. You must understand that your children are your mutual concern and both should be more than willing to do your share of work. When you willingly share your commitments towards your children, there is a lot less stress between you. The number 3 reasons why couples fight is oversharing of household chores. Do you know that sharing of household chores has become yet another major cause for fights between couples? The scenario between couples in modern marriages has changed completely. During yesteryears, women did not venture out of the house and it was men who worked and earned for the family. But today, the modern women are working professionals. Modern women are highly successful in their professions and they earn as good as their husbands. So modern wives suffer from work-related stress and tension just as their husbands do. So when your wife shares your financial burden, it's only natural that she expects you to share her household chores. When you do not share her household chores, your wife feels that she's being exploited and treated more like a maid by you. Your wife is up in arms against you for not sharing mutual household chores. The number 4 reason why couples fight is about in-laws. Many a time the intrusion of your in-laws into your family life cause immense mental torture between you. When your in-laws do not know the boundary line, they intrude right into your personal life. It is sad that you and your spouse make the mistake of allowing your family the right to interfere into your family life. Husband joins hands with the sisters or mother to make fun of his wife. Not to be left behind, wife always treats her family better than her husband's family. You're doing it all wrong. Unless you set your boundary line for your family, you cannot save your marriage from destruction. You should never allow your family or friends to cross the border and have a say in your personal matters. If you do so, the intrusion of your family or friends will destroy the peace and happiness of your family life. The number 5 reasons why couples fight is about sex. Sexless marriage is destroying many relationships. With work tension and workload at its peak in your workplace, it's not surprising that you feel sapped and fatigued. When you return home dead tired after a hectic day in your workplace, all you want is rest. When your spouse wants to be physically intimate with you, you're not ready for it. When you refuse physical intimacy with your spouse, it leads to many unwanted fights between you. You cannot deny it that sex is an important feature of your married life. When you make your spouse feel deprived and unhappy by denying him or her sex, it brings untold misery into your married life. It is absolutely normal to have diversified thoughts from that of your spouse. It is also normal to fight about it. Do not let the differences that exist between you make you go the different ways. Did this video make you understand the different astonishing reasons you fight with your spouse? Marriage Realities will have many such relationship eye-openers. Subscribe to my channel to understand your marriage in a new light. Press the bell icon for updates about my latest relationship videos. Make love forever until death do us part, your relationship goal.